Today we're going to take a look at how to sand filler and how to get it completely straight when it's near a body line. The first thing I do is I start out with a nice sharp cheese grater like that, half round, and I'm just going to knock down the edges because this is spread on very thin. So we're just going to take off the edges just so that we don't clog up our sandpaper with this fresh outer layer of filler. And I'm just knocking down just the very top layer. Just taking a little off so it makes my job a little easier and a bit less dust. I'm just taking off the ridges right now. And my body line is right up here, so I'm staying away from that. Sometimes you can make a small one by breaking one so you can get at it a little better. And I just pull it along like that. And I'll do it real slow. And it's just taking that off. I think that'll be good. We're going to let that harden, and I'll come back and show you the next step. The next step is to use a longboard, but the most important thing is to put a brand new, fresh sheet of sandpaper on it so that it cuts straight through. So here we go. And I'm using nice, even, long strokes because this is a nice flat area. And if it's starting to take too long, I'm going to use this hog here and knock it down. Now, I'm not worried about the body line right now. I'm just getting this right here perfectly flat. Just this. I'm not worried at all about the body line. And now I have to stop because I hit a high spot right here. So I do have a low spot, low spot, low spot, low spot, little low spot, and high. As soon as you hit the metal, the high metal, you have to stop. So let me I'm just going to fill in these little spots, sand them, and I'll be back. So I filled in my low spots right here, 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 and here. I cheese grated that off. Now we have enough filler to make sure that this turns out perfectly straight. And we're still not worried about this up here or the body line. So let's finish this flat part off. This has to be perfectly straight before you can get the body line straight. And I'm not pressing hard down this way. I'm just nice long strokes, super sharp paper. And I just hit my high spot right there, real light. And I think that's good. We're going to stop right there. I'm going to hit this with 80 grit real quick, get the masking tape, move the camera, and I'll be back. Only after you get this perfectly straight can you work on the body line. Now that we have it straight, I'm going to lay the tape down exactly where it's supposed to be. And that looks nice and straight. Now we're going to use the longboard and sand up to that tape line. I'm not just going to lay this down here and start sanding. I'm going to make sure I stay away from that tape for right now. Just come along here and start sanding that up there. And you want to be careful, you don't want to mess up the edge of that tape. And I'm still using the 40 grit. I might change to 80 to be a little bit more careful. And I'm going to switch to the 80 grit now. On just a rubber block. And I'm trying not to mess up the edge of that tape, but I'm getting real close to it right now. And I'm starting to, I can feel it in the block that I'm starting to hit that edge now. And I think that's good. I'm going to run this block right on the edge of that tape. Almost spraying that edge. And that should be good. Let's pull this tape. and our body line should be perfect. Let me DA sand this, throw a coat of primer on it, and you'll see what the finished panel looks like. This panel is now ready to be block sanded, primed again, finish sanded, and painted. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to get your filler and body lines perfectly straight. And if you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.